Tom Crean was brought in to do two things: win basketball games and change the face of a smeared program. An important factor in winning games is having good players. Crean's first recruiting class includes local product Jordan Halls. Lucas Mayer caught up with the Bloomington South point guard.
Jordan Halls is a part of Indiana's newest recruiting class. I headed to Bloomington High School South to catch up with the point guard and see what his expectations are for next year.
Playing for Coach Crean next year is going to be very exciting. He's a great coach. He knows what he's doing. He's turned the program around, and that's where I want to be. So it's a great opportunity for me and to go there and get a great education and play for a good coach. Rebuilding the program is something that really attracted me to the IU program, and just being a part of something special that could go to the Final Four or something like that, that's just something you want to be a part of, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Very solid in a lot of things he does. He can do a lot of different things, and he can score, he can pass, and surprisingly he rebounds really well for his size, and defensively he continues to work at that situation. So I think he's very versatile what he'll be able to do and be able to play the point and maybe even some off guard.
I think we can really come and play as a team. We got all the positions filled, and I think that I could be a part of that, being point guard or do whatever coach wants me to do. So I'm ready for that.
Halls is looking forward to playing in front of a packed Assembly Hall and gaining the tutelage of Coach Tom Crean.
Oh, that'll be crazy. We get it pretty packed here, but that'll be nothing compared to IU. Just being able to play will get you hyped up, and maybe I'll be able to dunk or something. I'll get that too jacked up, but no, I can't wait for that to happen, and it'll be really exhilarating. Playing for Coach Crean, like I said, I only knew him for 2 weeks, and I decided I want to go to IU. He's a kind of coach who likes my style of play, and I think I'll fit very well in the system, and that's just really exciting to me. He'll make me a lot bigger and stronger and the best player I can be.
Indiana seems to have found a talented and determined recruit in Jordan Halls. The Hoosiers are looking for Halls to bring Indiana basketball back to glory. From Bloomington South High School, I'm Lucas Mayer, Hoosier Sports Night.
Indiana wrestling has hit tough times as of late. They tied against a tough Penn State team, but they lost their next two matches against Ohio State and Michigan. The team returned to Bloomington for the first time since that Penn State match to take on then number 25 Purdue. Senne and Mike Flasterstein have the story.
Coming off two straight losses, the IU wrestling team was looking for its first conference win. IU was able to knock off Purdue 21-12.
Well, it's always nice to get a victory, of course, in the Big Ten, but being the Purdue match, that's always a big one every year, and this is no different. It was a great match, a lot of hotly contested battles, and it was good to come out on top.
Sophomore Matt Pallas, down 3-1 with 30 seconds left, was able to bring home the 4-3 win against Purdue's Logan Brown, stretching the Hoosiers' lead to 18-2.
I was just going through what Coach preaches every day. He preaches just keep putting on guys for the whole 7 minutes. That's all I was thinking, was just try to somehow get my offense going, because that guy had been stopping me all match, and I had to figure out a way to get my offense going and just keep pouring it on the guy and get stall calls and get a takedown.
Purdue has an outstanding group of guys as well, and they've had a great season so far, and so we're just happy to come away with the victory tonight.
Next, IU travels to Champaign to take on the University of Illinois. From University Gym, I'm Senne, Hoosier Sports Night.
IU's heavyweight Nate Eberhardt got his fourth consecutive Big Ten victory. His victory secured IU's first.
It's always tough to go out there and wrestle in the Big Ten. You have to wrestle the best match you possibly can each time you go out there, and you know that it's going to affect the team points in the end. So it feels good to go out there and get my fourth victory and help for the team.
Nate has wrestled a lot of matches just like tonight, very workmanship, but he's consistent and he's doing well. And again, he's another student athlete that pays the price in the room. He's in good shape. He's a little undersized as a heavyweight, but he gets a lot out of himself, wrestles intelligently, and deserves to be where he is.
With the home crowd cheering his name, Nate put in a clutch performance that led to an IU comeback against Penn State. He then went on to Columbus to take down a ranked Ohio State opponent.
Yes, it was definitely, I used that momentum to keep me going and keep my head on straight and keep my confidence up to make sure that I pull out the victory against even ranked guys like Ohio State.
Came into the season ranked at 14, and with his recent success, is hoping he will be ranked once again.
I think it's a strong possibility it could get me ranked again, but at this point in time, it doesn't really matter. I just got to go out there and wrestle and do my job and it'll all come into place at the end of the season.
Nate looks to improve his streak to 5 when the Hoosiers take on highly ranked Illinois and Champaign next week. At University Gym, I'm Mike Flasterstein, Hoosier Sports Night.
The 7th-ranked IU men's swimming and diving team defeated Purdue 156-144 in a dual meet. Matt Linton kept the Hoosiers on top of the Boilermakers by winning the 50 free in his second fastest time in school history, coming in at 19.81 and defeating Purdue's Andrew Langenfeld by 1/100th of a second. The Hoosiers are back in the pool February 26th at the Big Ten Championships held at Purdue. The Hoosiers increased their lead over Purdue to 4 points in the 2008-2009 Crimson and Gold Cup with weekend wins over the Boilers. IU picked up the wrestling victory 21-12 on Friday. Then on Saturday, the number 7 Hoosiers added another W in the form of men's swimming and diving, winning 156-144 over the 16th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers.
On February 7th, the men's tennis team welcomed in the University of Nebraska and Georgia State to Bloomington. IU fell to the Cornhuskers, but had no trouble knocking off Georgia State in the afternoon. The women traveled to Durham, North Carolina, where they split a doubleheader with Duke and Princeton.
On Friday, the Indiana softball team headed to California to play in the UCLA Stacey Winsberg Memorial. The Hoosiers left empty-handed after losing to Cal Poly, Pacific, UCLA, and Cal State Fullerton.
All right, and that's all we have for this edition of Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Josh Greenberg for Alexis Hosier, and we'll see you next time.